What's up, guys? Today I thought I'd start this video off by essentially refocusing the essence of this channel. I've noticed that I've really focused on a lot of past stuff that I've dealt with in order to seek assistance to help you through that medium of what I perceive as the past, me. However, what I've been recently guided to understand is that I really should just focus on right now, here in this present moment, with what I'm developing, what I'm developing on, developing with, developing through, developing, and essentially allow that to permeate into the collective, to connect to whoever I need to connect to, because why stay in the past, why focus on the past? That's another key concept that I'm embodying in my life presently, is not to focus on the past, because the past is just really an outdated version of yourself. Yeah, you can gain insight, inspiration from the past, but when you embody and identify with the past, it's not empowering. Or I guess if you're focusing on anything that is disempowering at all, it doesn't serve you. So let's just let go of it. So the essence of what we're doing right now is essentially, again, co-creating a sacred space in which we can be free, feel free to be ourselves, no judgment, no negativity, pure positive essence. Essentially, if you're coming from a place of negative judgment, then I just kindly ask you to leave this channel, because we just have no room, we have no space for that. That's not the space that we're co-creating in this moment. So pure positivity again, pure, free expression. That's what this is all about. And that's setting the stone. We're just gonna shoot for what we desire. So sacred knowledge, pure truth, pure understanding, unlimited understanding. Essentially, we are embodying infinity within this channel. So let's get started. If you're not familiar with the Essassani message, it's essentially a perspective that understands from observation the laws of existence. Now, that's not the laws of any physical realm or any realm within existence. It is the laws of existence in the totality of existence, essentially. What I mean by that is, like, what we have perceived to know within our existence is generally restricted to just what we've experienced within this physical lifetime, or what we deem as normal within our physical collective. Which, again, everything on Earth is really, everything that we've experienced on Earth is essentially just a limited perspective of the infinite magnitude of consciousness itself. So let's start with fundamentals. Law number one, clear observation. It's pretty simple. You exist. You exist. You can't really get around that. You exist, plain and simple. You can't really debate that. Okay, you can't really argue that with pure clarity. Let's just start there. All right. So rule number two, or law number two, okay? Everything is here and now. There's that flare there. I really wish we could get rid of that. Oh, maybe we can. Hold on. May have gotten a little darker in the room, but that's all right. We got natural light from outside. So everything is here now. What do I mean by that? Well, I'll give you a moment to think about what that means, to contemplate what that means. Everything is here and now. That means everything that we've ever experienced, anything that we can ever experience, is right here and right now. Sure, you could argue that you've experienced the past in the past, but the thing is, you've only experienced the past in this moment right now. If that made sense. As in what you perceive as your past, you experience that moment in that now, but that was now from that perspective. And you looking back at that past is just you looking at another perspective within consciousness now. So you're looking at the past now. Past now. Past now. The past was its own now, but that's its now. You know what I'm saying? As in, every reality, every experience is just a moment now within the infinite magnitude of consciousness. So imagine this sun being all that there is, right? And everything within the sun is an expression of all that is, right? So this could be your lifeline. This is now, this is now, this is now, this is now. Okay? But those are all different nows. Even if you have shifted through these nows to create the illusion of space and time, that's what we do here. Reminder if you didn't know. Shifting through the nows, you're shifting through all these different nows, but it's all happening right now. I hope am I making sense? Am I making sense? Past, present, future are all perspectives of now. They will only ever be now. All you're really doing is shifting your consciousness through all these parallel realities to create this experience. Okay. 3. Law number 3. The all is the one, and the one is the all. One is the all. All is the one and one is the all. So again, right now in this perspective, this moment, 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 those are all their own perspective nows. Now, to infinity and beyond. All of these nows are happening right here, right now. And if we are this one expression of this infinite creation, we are one with the all. As in the one, this one moment is an aspect of the all. And the all is the one. It's just essentially creating equality within this expression, right? Because we are an aspect of this infinite creation, or if you want a more terrestrial scientific understanding that is ordained to this physical reality, it's like the Big Bang. We are a product of the Big Bang. What I'm getting at right now is that because we were produced from the Big Bang, which was a result of all these, explosions, stars colliding with one another, we're essentially stardust, essentially. It's pretty magical. However, just because we're the stardust and we're this product of this infinite expression of this majestic one, infinite potential, if you will, it doesn't make us any different. We are an aspect, a product, an expression of this infinite potential. And when we allow ourselves to realize that we are infinite potential in expression, then we begin to realize that we are no different from that infinite expression, that infinite point, that primordial point, that point in which we begun that Big Bang explosion. That essentially what I'm getting at is that there is no difference. The Big Bang had the infinite potentiality of creating this universe, universes, multi-dimensional universes, multiple dimensions. And if that has the potential to do all of that, then so do we, because we are no different than it. The all is the one, and the one is the all. This parallel reality expression, this parallel reality expression, this parallel reality expressions, all parallel reality expressions are all equivalent to having the infinite ability to infinitely express the infinite potential of the one, unbound. We, as infinite consciousness, when we begin to really allow ourselves to melt away the illusions of separation from this one, because that's this game that we played, and we're separate from this infinite potential. When we allow ourselves to realize that we are infinity itself, we begin to really understand the magic of existence, and that we're really just using our infinite power to essentially create ourselves to be very, 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 very limited in a very, 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 very limited game in order to pursue certain things that we want to pursue, themes, explorations, games, what have you. However, where I'm going with this is, and what I'm connecting to, is that if any of us here, I know I am for sure, done with the limited parameters of this game, then that's the essence of this channel, and that's what we collectively are seeking to express, embody, to greater understand, to essentially awaken to our true divine nature, to essentially, be done with all the limitations of this game. That's essentially what this age has been for. It's been commonly referred to as the Golden Age, which has been, understood and contextualized and expressed by more indigenous societies that aren't too prominent nowadays, but like societies like the Mayans, the Incans, even the Egyptians, those that were really truly, they truly had a deeper connection with essentially creation itself. They were able to be so connected to creation that they could be able to look out into the cosmos and see the celestial configurations of the stars and the planets and the constellations, and be able to see from this grand macrocosmic orbit and identify with that, and essentially take that and really be able to essentially prophesize what's happening within the future. And this has been referred to as the Golden Age, the age where, many philosophers, many magicians, thought leaders of all ages have been referring to in this age as being the Golden Age, which is the age of ultimate transformation. And that's essentially why a lot of us here have incarnated within this life, within this time frame, within this era, because we've realized that this is the age of golden transformation. This is the age of transformation, of transforming from absolute limitation, absolute segregation, absolute separation from the one, from ourselves, and essentially passing that threshold, that being within 2012, of us being collectively negative into shifting to collectively positive. That's what it meant by the Mayan calendar. The end of the old age of separation, limitation, segregation, and then the entrance into this new age of absolute positive oneness, essentially. Oneness with each other, unity, and the one, our one true essence. That's what this is all about. This is the message that we're trying to share. Not trying to share, that we are sharing. I'll allow for us to absorb that for the moment. Just take a deep breath. And just absorb. Relax. No pressure here. Just relax. Allow for yourself to absorb this at your own rate, if you will. If you need to rewatch this video, don't worry. Essentially, what we're doing right here in this video is essentially creating an energetic, we're attuning ourselves energetically to this essence. So just take a moment, take a quick break. It's been 13 minutes. I'll actually end the video. Let me wrap up this video here real quick. So, third law. Fourth law. What you put out is what you get back. So this is essentially, this fourth law comes from meditating on the observational reality of existence, if that makes sense. So we meditate on observing how existence comes to be, how everything comes to be within our life. And you really can't truly see this, the fourth law, until you enter your own being, and you enter your heart space, and you enter that space of pure observation. When you see that, upon a lot of meditation from a place of neutrality, you allow yourself to essentially see that reality is just generated within our consciousness. Whatever energetic state that we emit, whatever energetic state that we hold within our being, within our core, generates our reality. So essentially, beliefs, emotions, thoughts, all of these things are creating our realities. Our realities. So what you put out is what you get back. And this is really gonna be setting the foundation for where we're going within this channel, because what this is all going to be about is essentially digging down to uncovering and discovering and exploring our core beliefs that we hold to be true, and essentially allowing ourselves to enter a state of complete empowerment with complete wisdom, complete balance, and essentially change, transform, transcend beliefs that we've decided no longer serves us, and essentially replace those beliefs or reconstruct, essentially redesign our reality, essentially by going to the core and not living life. And this is essentially speaking to those of us here that have decided, I'm not here to live life the way that life has been given to me. I mean, not saying, okay, I'm saying that we can be completely grateful for what we have in this very moment, because it has set the foundation for what we have desired. Except for where we're going with this is by saying thank you for everything that you've ever given me, creation. This is the greatest blessing in all of existence, because you've given me all this, I have created the foundation for myself to greater expand into the infinite totality of what I seek to express here within this existence. Complete, utter, holistic, grounded gratitude. Sincerely. And from this place, being able to enter a space of maturity and wisdom in which we can reconstruct, redesign our reality. So, I'm using that to set the stone for this place. Set the stone, set the stage, essentially. And, if you begin to tune into this channel, which I'm getting the hint that you all have already began to tune into this channel, you'll begin to see things within your reality that'll express itself as, like, for me, like the librarians, the builders, essentially. The more and more you move into this resonance, the more and more things will pop up, like synchronicities. Tons and tons and tons of synchronicities that are used as signposts, as symbols, to remind you that you are getting closer, essentially showing you, reflecting to you where you're at right now. And right now, where we're going with this channel, where we're going with this being, where we're going with this conduit, where we're going with this expression, is essentially stabilizing ourselves within the core of the Akash, the core of the infinite intelligence, the one true, natural, ordained library of existence, the infinite library of existence, and using this knowledge, using this wisdom to reconstruct, to redesign reality to our preference. Namaste. I went a little longer than I would loved to. However, this is also something that we're developing. However, my pure message is to share as much abundant knowledge that I possibly can with you, and to not withhold it within myself, because I have also been guided to realize that, this is abundance, this is infinite abundance, knowledge is meant to be shared. And we've spent way too long as a collective really withholding information from one another for the means of power, essentially the illusion of power, because it's ultimately withholding information or withholding anything from anyone is really the grandest illusion of power, because it's really a wounded ego that is coming from a place of not being enough in order to strengthen itself into being more by essentially suppressing all of those outside of itself so it can be more powerful, because that is the grand illusion of the ego. Fun, I guess. I mean, to each their own. That's not really true power from my perspective. True power is realizing that you're infinitely powerful already, and you don't need to withhold anything from anyone. Because if you already realize that you're infinitely powerful, why would you have to withhold anything from anyone? Right? It's essentially the illusion of here and now. If you truly embody the realization that you are all powerful here and now and forever, then why would you need to hide anything? Why would you need to restrict anything? Why would you need to, whatever. This is essentially, you get where we're going with this. The essence of abundance, the essence of infinite wealth, richness, gratitude. We're choosing to feel this right here, right now, to be this right here and right now, and allow it to expand into our reality, because that's where it starts. It starts from that internal being, that essence, that coalescence within. We hold that, we allow that to be in our core, we let it be, and we just allow for our magical reality to manifest and be, and allow for us to see all of the greatest reality. Wow, see, it just magically appears like this for you and me. Anyways, alright, so let's go to the next video. 20 minutes down, boom, see ya. Namaste, I love you all. Sincere love, light, gratitude, pure, abundant, celestial existence for all of us. That's the message. Namaste.